That is an abrasive technique of taking samples from skin. As far as you can see here, there are lots of squamous epithelium covering the material, which is actually covered by keratinized structures, which speaks to me that that's skin. What we should observe here are huge fields of caseous necrosis. The slide itself is named skin tuberculosis. It's interesting by the idea that it has developed in the skin. So what you should mention here is how it reached the skin, which type of primary or secondary tuberculosis that is, how it developed, whether it's hematogenously spread through the blood system, how it reached the dermal layers of the skin. As far as you can see, it's not superficial, it's not causing damage in the upper layers of the skin, but it's down under the epidermal layers. What I see here is something else. It's artificially desquamated part of the skin. It's not because it's forming ulceration. And what you also should mention about skin are the different adnexous appendages which you're able to observe, like hair follicles, like fatty glands, sweaty glands. On the dermoepidermal layers, there is a basal layer of cells where there are lots of melanocytic structures, as you can observe them here. Pretty much normal structures will be also the object of asking from the professor, so you should have this in mind. The field of caseous necrosis itself suggests that here there is skin tuberculosis. Around this field, we should be able to observe lots of inflammatory cells, which should be lymphocytes, not many of plasmacytes, if you will, epithelioid cells, and the giant Langerhans cells. Lots of epithelioid cells I see here. All of these structures which you're observing are actually epithelioid cells mixed with lymphocytes. But the giant Langerhans cells are only formed here. One here with nuclei peripherally at the membrane of the cell, suggesting that it is Langerhans cells forming a horseshoe. Perhaps we should search for others which are more informative. Epithelioid cells again, next to the follicle of the cell, of the hair actually. What else? Not many of giant Langerhans cells which I observe here, unfortunately. Yeah, perhaps one starting to form, but not well demarcated. We should search these at the periphery of the caseous necrosis, and we should mark them, but I don't see them clearly well. Here one, yeah, there you go. Here one formed well. Here one which is more like a Muller type of cells, which is an immature Langerhans cell with haphazardly arranged nuclei. Maybe one more of these. Yeah, so now we might be sure that this might be tuberculosis of the skin. Here there is formation of a gland. Here is a hair follicle along with fatty and sweaty glands and a nerve here next to it. So pretty much that's it about the structures, and this granuloma is specifically positioned in the dermis, which is combined from reticular and fibrous dermis. Under the superficial epidermal layers, inflammatory cells, and follicles here and there with keratinization. Is this one clear? Shall we proceed with the next one? Okay.